Oh, I got people freaking out right now. Oh, it's the clone. It's me. Relax. This is the real live me. I am figuring it out. Within the next 1 year, I will figure it out. So you probably might be watching a clone of me in the future, but not right now. All right. So it's the never ending marketing treadmill, right? You're constantly fishing for people. But this is the example. I feel like entrepreneurs are, it's like going out and fishing, but then like you catch the fish and you dump it in the cooler and you never eat it. You just keep fishing for more fish, fishing for more fish. What's the point? Right? So let's flip it. When you go to the amplification model, where I am today, which I'm so excited to say, 80% of my energy goes into serving my audience, 20% goes into handling marketing. Now, this turned out not to be true this last week and a half, because we were running tons of ads, spending a lot of money on ads, and I was spending a lot of time and energy on ads. And so I looked at that and said, never again. And so right as we speak, there's a clone of me, an agent of me being created to run my next ads so that I'm not spending that time. I want to spend my time working with my customers and working with my leads, right? So this is a very big part of our philosophy. It's very important that you know this, and you'll start to see how it changes how we teach you. All right. So anytime you actually pay us and engage, you're going to be dealing with me. But out in the open in the wilderness, my clone will be out there fishing. All right. So this is how it breaks down. You focus on teaching, creating impact, building deep relationships, strategic thinking, being with your family, and let your clone handle the muck and mire, like all the mundane tasks that you have to do every day. So, I mean, proof in the pudding, right? Again, give me a 1 right now if you didn't know who I was. I want everyone to watch this reaction. It'll mean more. Give me a 1 right now if you had no idea who I was. You showed up today, but you had no clue who I was. Just please, everyone, watch the chat. Watch that chat and then come back and tell me that a clone isn't powerful. Look at that. It's incredible, right? So this is the power of your clone going out and doing fishing for you. Now, for those of you who typed in a 1, could you also now type in a 2 if you're glad that you're here? So far, everything you're experiencing, you're like, oh my God, I'm so glad I'm here. Like, this isn't bullshit. This is like good stuff. I'm enjoying, learning from ANIK right now. Someone wrote 1.5. All right. We'll work on getting you to a 2. All right. Appreciate the honesty. So look at all the 2s. This is the system working. You're watching it working. All right. So my clone brought you here. I get to serve you. And that's the philosophy, and that's how we work. So we focus as a community on impact, 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 impact. I don't talk a lot during these 3 days about money created. And that's because the simple philosophy I have is you create more impact, you create more value, money follows. That's all. Listen, I already told you guys, I have an offer tomorrow I'll present to you at 3 p.m. 99% of the people that registered for this challenge, 99% of the people that registered for this challenge will not partake or take action on the offer. They won't even be allowed to because we have limits. But I'm just saying, 99% won't. Only 1% will. And yet I'm showing up for the 99 with the same energy, the same aggression, same everything. And so that's how I want you to be. All right? Because my philosophy is very simple. The 99% that choose not to buy today or tomorrow, okay, maybe in 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 years, I'm not going anywhere. So let's build that relationship. All right? So start focusing. All right, we got our first one. David says, please, let's go. I already addressed this, David. How many of you, right now, say I addressed this? Now, Peanut's coming out. I will not allow this BS. I'm in the driver's seat. I'm doing the teaching, David. If you know how to teach better than I do, this concept, if you've taught more than 150,000 people how to build a clone of themselves, run your own event, and then you get to decide the pace and how that teaching happens. All right? Simple as that. So if you don't enjoy what's going on right now, I'm telling you guys, it's as simple as clicking an X, just leave. But you don't have to sit there in the chat and bring your negative attitude into the chat. So first warning, okay? First warning. All right, so we talked about that cycle already. I just want everyone to type in hashtag impact creator because it's a huge part of our culture here. We don't lead with money talk. We don't lead with how much income we made. We lead with how much impact we create. And if that doesn't appeal to you, I'm just letting you know, it's going to be a tough community to be a part of, even in the Facebook group, because that's how everyone is there. All right. The two words you'll hear again and again, impact and superhuman. These are my two favorite words. I use them all the time. Superhuman because, quite frankly, right now while I'm here presenting to you, my clone is coding, my clone is answering Facebook comments, my clone is answering emails, my clone is well, not quite watching over my ads yet. It will be soon. But my clone's out there doing many things. I'm posting on social media. I bet you. Here, let's go. Let's check something. I just want to see. I might be putting my foot in my mouth, but we'll go see. Let's see if while I've been live, my clone was active. No, the one time. He was active 3 hours ago. He posted 3 hours ago. But you'll see, watch my Facebook page, and you will witness my clone posting on my behalf for me. All right? It's time. David, you had to just be patient for 5 more minutes, and you wouldn't have gotten yelled at by Kina. We are ready to freaking create your clone. But now, how many of you want your clone even more than before you came on today? Give me a yes. If you have more context, more background, more knowledge, feel more equipped, more excited to build your damn clone. All right? There's a reason I go through all of that. You expanded your horizons on what your clone can do for you. You expanded your horizon on all the variety of things your clone can do. All right. So very soon here, we're going to be bringing Porvak on. And that's when you're going to start doing the exercises. Lots of demos, and Porvak's going to actually walk you through the whole process, okay? But let me give you some of the background. So the BIV framework or formula, brain, image, voice, video. Please, please write this down because you will hear me talk about it all of the time. Brain, image, voice, video. Brain, image, voice, video. Okay, brain, image, voice, video. The 4 clones working together create what I call a super agent, super clone. Remember I told you, impact in the superhuman field. You're going to get it all the time from me. Because the 4 work together to create all this amazing stuff. I have a news clip for you. You know, my content gets millions of views, not because my clone is so good looking, although ladies, I get it. I understand if you want to watch me on social media. I don't blame you. I'm joking. But it's not my good looks. All right? And I'm not dancing or twerking on camera. I'm not singing. I'm talking about freaking AI. It is not the quality of your image or the quality of your video that gets the damn views. It is the quality of your content. Where do you think that comes from? Not a trick question. Answer in the chat. Where do you think that comes from? Your brain. Now, be honest with me. Before you heard it from me, maybe on a prior instance or today, how many of you have ever heard any of the AI gurus, especially the cloning gurus, ever mention a brain clone? Type in a 2 if you've never heard anyone talk about a brain clone before. Look at that. Look at the chats. And it happens to be the most important. Happens to be the most important. We're going to talk about it. So when people talk about their brain clone, some do. In the time of cloning, by the way, I've been talking about it profusely for 2 years. I'm starting to see other people use the verbiage now. Just know where it came from. But most people say, hey, your clone should sound like you. Your clone should talk like you. Your clone should write like you. And I say, yes, you're not wrong. But you know how easy that is? Here, I'll tell you something. Take one post you've written, take one article you've written, upload it to ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or Grok or choose your poison. And just be like, hey, analyze this. That's all you have to say. No fancy prompt, nothing. One article, one writing, upload, analyze my writing style. Done. That's not hard. But again, people don't read my content or view my videos because they like the style in which it's delivered. So when I build a brain clone, I want my brain clone to know about my expertise, know my backstories, right? My childhood, the fun stories. A lot of the stories you're going to learn tonight when I do the lemonade talk, I want my clone to have those stories, that background, right? I want my clone to know how I think, what I think, my beliefs, right? So that when my clone talks about content, it does it with my voice and my context, with my stories. That's why my content doesn't feel sloppy, right? It's got a lot of context. So that's what your brain clone does. It gives all the content you put out a lot of context, right? So your brain clone is critical. It's the foundation of everything. And we're going to build one today, all right? Now, your brain clone is what creates all the scripts, all the post content, your emails. It's the one you can brainstorm with. It's the one that writes your course outlines, writes your course lessons, but you have to take time to train it. And that's the part that nobody likes. And I get it. See, when we go to create a clone, and we saw examples of this from a few people today, not many, which I love you guys for. So far, I gotta say, you guys are winning in the whole like positive, just bringing the energy game. Because usually we'll get a little bit more negative Nancy's in the chat, but people come on, they're like, just show me how to build my video clone now already. Let's get to it. And I'm like, I could, but it's not gonna get you anything. It's not gonna get you a result. All right, unless you look like Brad Pitt. I don't know if anyone's going to watch your video clone just to stare at your face. So brain clone is the most lengthy process of the 4 clones. Image clone is instant, you'll see today. Video clone, hour, 2 hours. You can get a pretty good one. If you want a great one, you need a few more hours. Voice clone, well, I'll do it in front of you today. Even if you want an amazing voice clone, few hours, 3-4 hours. Brain clone, that's an ongoing project. You build your first brain clone. We'll do it together today. And then you got to keep adding to it over time, right? And now we've built technology and tools to help you automate all that. If you choose to embark with us on our journey tomorrow, and I'll show you. I'll kind of give you a peek inside today, just so you can see. I'll show you multiple ways to do each thing. How's that sound, by the way? So that you guys don't think I'm being pitchy. I'm going to show you the out of the box. Go to Claude, ChatGPT. Go get it done yourself. And then I'll show you like, hey, if you choose to engage with us on the offer I make tomorrow, you'll have this amazing tool that can help you do it too. Both, all right? I'll give you both, and you pick whichever one you want. So second is your image clone, all right? One thing about me, I don't know how many of you will relate to this. Tell me if you do. I hate photo shoots. I hate them with a passion. I can't do photo shoots. All right, any Friends fans in the audience watch the TV show Friends? Chandler from Friends. There's an iconic scene from that show that I'll never forget, where Chandler says he can't do photos, and every time he tries to do a photo, they say smile, he goes. I feel so weird when my photographers are like, okay, now look sideways, now smile, now tilt your head. I'm like, what am I doing? I hate them. So what would happen in my company is I would do a photo shoot, and my team would have to use those photos for like 3 years until I did it again. I'll do videos every day. Well, I never have to do photo shoots anymore. I love it. Every image ad you see, I'm in a unique situation, different clothes. I'm out freaking on Swiss Alps. I'm on a boat. I never had to take that photo, right? So we're going to get you there today. All right, look at these. These are photos that were created in instants. Me on a mountain, me on a boat. The one on the plane could be a little bit better, but all right. And then me camping. You'll never catch me camping. I'm not a camper. I ain't going out and camping. But my clone does. Kina does. Kina goes wherever I tell him. So all of this creates that variety. We're going to do it together today in the next like 15 minutes. You're going to be creating your image clone. Voice clone, very simple. Forget everything I just wrote there. You don't need any of it, okay? I'm just going to simplify the voice clone for you. I have tested 15 different applications to create your voice clone. There's only one that beats the main one, and that's my own, which is coming soon. Not ready yet. But 11 Labs is the king. You will use 11 Labs. It is the king, the queen, the reigning champion. So what we did with our internal tool, which I'll do a demo of, we integrated with 11 Labs. So you can actually just use our tool. You don't have to pay 11 Labs, but we use 11 Labs behind the scenes. But in the coming 30 to 60 days, that tool will be swapped out. And it will be our own tool. We built our own. It's built. It's live. Like I'm testing it with ourselves. It's not ready for our customers yet. Pat says, swap it out. Yeah, you won't even know. It's just going to literally like the underlying tech will start being ours used behind it, which is good for you because it'll charge you a lot less credits. And so we'll make that available to everybody. You built out an 11 Lab, says Felicia. Yeah, we literally built a voice cloning tool. That's our own. I'll show it to you. Image clone. Creates, okay, now video clone. Super critical. All right, there's one thing I want to go back to. I'm going through this fast, guys, just because Porvuk is going to come do a very thorough, detailed training. He's going to do a full-blown demo. You're going to get your hands dirty, so don't worry. I do want to go back to voice clone for 1 second. I forgot one thing. So when you use 11 Labs for a voice clone, there are 2 types of clones you can create. There is it's called an instant clone, and it's that because it's instant. You can clone it. You can create it within like 5 minutes. We'll do it. I'm going to do it with you right now. Then there's the professional clone. All right. The professional clone is badass. But it requires about, I find, minimum 2 to 3 hours of audio. And then it takes hours to process. So we can't do it together. And the audio that you give it, those 2 to 3 hours of together audio, it has to follow certain rules. So you have to, the audio has to, it has to be in the same setting, same mic, blah, blah, blah. There's some rules, we give them to you. It'll be on your checklist. Don't worry about it. But for today, for your homework, for the Tesla campaign, an instant voice clone is just fine. And I'm going to show you how quickly we can create that. Same thing on video. So your video, someone was saying, hey, what tool do we recommend? HeyGen. HeyGen is the reigning champion. They're amazing. They do a great job. They add more and more features every month. Love HeyGen. I use HeyGen. Nicole said, you don't like Seed Dance? I love Seed Dance inside HeyGen. So I use it inside HeyGen. As a matter of fact, I've created some really fun videos, ads with Seed Dance inside of HeyGen. Now, love HeyGen. I have nothing but love for them, and you will use HeyGen for now. But we made our own. So we have our own video cloning tech that'll be out in the next few months. The video side is actually pretty tough. The compute power that we need, I have to spend like $500,000 a year on just freaking processors. It's really expensive. Like I finally understood that. So we're gonna have to go like raise that capital. But we built the tech. The tech works. All right. But I love HeyGen. So I'm not out here trying to debunk HeyGen. Like HeyGen is amazing. It's who I use every day. It's who you will use for now. Now there's HeyGen, and then there's HeyGen. Everyone remember me saying that, okay? Say it wherever you're sitting right now. Say it. There's HeyGen, and there's HeyGen. Same tech. Why is my clone so much better than most people you see using HeyGen? Because of the things that Porvuk will share with you. We have tested. My R&D team, I love them to death. They drive me insane. Every week, new microphone, new lens, new camera, new lighting, new studio, new theory to test. We've tested till my brain exploded, but that's why my clone is so awesome. So there's different ways to use HeyGen. We're not going to ask you to use them all today because you need like professional cameras and all that stuff. But we'll get you like 90% of the way there with what we show you how to do today, even just using your phone. All right? Yes, even you Android users. By the way, it's all love. I love to pick on Android users. It's just fun. Don't get offended, okay, guys? You're welcome to pick back on me. I love this. Bill said, link, please, to all these apps. Where can Bill go for the links to all these apps? There you go. Bill, go to cloneiq.online and click on resources and tools. All the links you need will be there, okay? CloneIQ.online. That's why I said, guys, bookmark that site. It will be your best friend throughout the entire challenge. So on HeyGen, you're going to see today, and I think, Purvak, you're going to test both, right? Image to video and video to video? All right. So there's a way you can create a clone with just an image, right? And it's pretty freaking good, to be honest with you. That's not my clone. I do what they call video to video. Purvak is going to show you both. For tonight's homework, you're welcome to do either one. You pick your, you can do image to video is like quicker, faster, easier. So up to you. I just want you to do. That's all, right? That was the theme. I just want you to create something. So you'll have image to video or video to video, and all of that will be shown to you today on HeyGen. So let's move forward here. Okay, so before we bring Purvak up, and he's going to walk you through all the specifics, let me show you guys. He's going to demo for you, okay? So the brain clone, I'm going to show you right now a little bit, because that's more my territory. He's going to show you how to use like ChatGPT, Nano Banana, all these different tools for your image clone. And then he's going to show you the voice clone and the video clone. Let's, right now, I'm going to go away from the PowerPoints. Screw the PowerPoints. Let's go to demo. And I'm going to say, this is Claude. Feel free to use ChatGPT. I used to be a much bigger Claude fan. I would carry their flag like to the end of the world. They've been disappointing me over the last few months. So now I'm like, hey, use whatever you want. Perplexity is fine. Gemini, I think Grok's fine. I don't know. I've never used Grok. Claude, Notebook LM, all of these are great. The ones I've personally tested and used, Manus is fine. The ones I've personally tested and used, Claude, ChatGPT, Perplexity. These are 3 I can vouch for. They're very good at doing the thing I'm about to do. So, ready? Now, what I'm about to type, oops. Oh, that's not what I wanted to. Hold on one sec. What I'm about to type, I'll try to see if we can, I'll get it posted into the Claude Clone IQ online. Let me just zoom in. So let's say we want to build our brain. Now, a lot of people, when I say you have to build your brain clone, a lot of people will come and say, well, what do I put in my brain? I don't have anything. I don't have a brain. It's like, what? I don't have a brain, right? Because the first thing you should do when you build a brain clone is you should go and dump as much stuff that you can. Any books you've written, any articles you've written, any posts you've written, any videos you've done, anything, just anything and everything, you just dump it into a central place and let the AI fish through it. But then people will come and say, I don't have anything. I get that all the time, all right? How many of you right now are feeling that? You're like, I don't have anything. Give me a 1. Say, I don't have anything. Vivian said, that's me. Okay, cool. Like, this is good because I'm going to show this next part is for you. So here's what you do, okay? So if you're on Claude, you can do the same thing on ChatGPT. You can do the same thing on Perplexity. You go to projects and you say new project. And you say my brain, create project. Now, if I have files, like I do, right? I've got books, I've got video transcripts, I've got posts, I've got a lot of stuff. I'm going to click right over here where it says files. And I'm just going to dump them in there, dump them in there. I'm not even going to think twice. If I feel like it deserves to be there, I just dump. No categorizing, no filtering, just dump it all in there. Okay? Then you're going to come to the chat part and you're going to say, I use something called Whisper Flow, which I love. So I'm going to just use that here because it's just easier. But you type. So you're just going to say, I'm building a voice clone for the, sorry, I messed up. Hold on one sec. Let me start it again. Undo. Nope. All right, let's try that again. So I have to build a brain clone for an exercise I'm doing. It's supposed to be one central place where I put as much information about myself as I possibly can, my stories, my expertise, my beliefs, my frameworks, what I teach, how I teach it. And so I need your help in building out an entire brain clone. So can you please ask me a bunch of questions that I can answer for you that would allow this brain clone to get fully built out? Okay, so anyone wondering what tech I used? It's Whisperflow. I do pay. I think it's like $20 a month. People are typing the name in the chat. Whisperflow. You don't need it. That was a nice to have. I could have easily just typed all of that in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and save it so that I can ask the team to post it for you guys into the resources and tools. All right, so you'll have that. So let's just read it. It says, I have to build a brain clone for an exercise I'm doing. It's supposed to be one central place where I put as much information about myself as I possibly can, my stories, my expertise, my beliefs, my frameworks, what I teach, how I teach it. I need your help in building out an extra brain clone. So can you please ask me a bunch of questions? All right. Everyone with me so far? You could have done this in ChatGPT. You could do this in Claude. You can do this in Perplexity. Give me a yes right now if you're with me so far, because I need you to do this today. You don't have to finish your brain clone, but you gotta start, okay? Lots of yeses pouring. All right, so I'm just gonna hit submit. Let's see what it does. Let's see what Claude does. It's thinking. I don't trust these AI tools, man. Every time I'm doing a live demo, these tools crash. This morning we were testing something and Gemini was down. Makes me nervous, but it's doing something. Okay, this is a great exercise, and the richer your answers, and blah, 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 blah. So it's asking me a bunch of questions. So now what I would do, this is what I would do. It's not necessarily what you have to do. On all phones, all smartphones have a voice app, right? On an iPhone, you can download, what's it called? It's called Voice Memos. Voice Memos. So on an iPhone, it's called Voice Memos, and Android, I've heard, has a similar app. All of them have it. It's free. So what I do, maybe we can zoom in a little bit. I don't know if they'll be able to see it. Is I just hit, probably it's burned. Okay. Well, you guys can see the red button there, right? So there we go. All right. So I click the red button. And so now I just talk into my phone. I talk into my phone. It says, hey, identity and background. Who are you in 1 or 2 sentences? My name is ANIK Singhal. I'm an entrepreneur. I teach people how to build their own AI clone, and I'm building multiple AI applications and software. I have 25 years of background in internet marketing, and now I'm fully focused on AI. Okay, I hit stop recording. Now, what's really neat, okay, yeah, guys, if you can't see it, it's all right. Like, it's not that important, but so right here, I click that, and you're going to see it says copy transcript. It transcribed it automatically. Spring, that's a great question. I'll answer it in just a second. So I hit copy transcript. It should automatically copy it here. It did. There you go. Does not know how to spell my name, but that's okay. So now I'm just going to start doing this into my Claude. And here's the key. When I'm done, I'm going to ask it to create a document for me with all my answers and all of its analysis on me. That document becomes my brain document. I can take it to other places in the future. Okay? Now, this is the clunkier way of doing it, meaning it's not going to follow you on the internet. It's not going to be automatically updated as you learn new things. We have solutions for that, but at least this is a way to start. And Spring was asking, hey, how come you can't just talk directly to Claude? You can. So Claude, if we zoom in here, has a little button that says press and hold to talk. Now, why don't I use that? Because I can't tell you how many times I spoke for 5 minutes and it has an error. And I lose 5 minutes. I hate it. I hate that so much. It makes me so mad. So I've stopped using that feature. Unless I have something real short, like 10-second, 20-second thing that's real quick. Otherwise, Whisperflow has been super reliable, and nothing beats a good old Voice Memos app. This thing has never once failed me. Not forever. I've been using it for years, even before AI. Never once errored out on me. Okay? So that's why I don't like using the voice talking systems that are in Claude or ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever, because they tend to error out. So this is now one of the things I can commit to doing, if we haven't already done, and maybe we've done it, but we have a bunch of questions, things that we like to go into your brain clone. We'll post it in the resources and tools section where but at the same time, I'm like, I'll post that prompt. You can just like start with Claude. Don't overthink it. Let the AI ask you its stuff, answer. It'll keep asking you more stuff, answer, and just go with the flow with it. Okay? Now I'm going to show you a different way, a much cooler way. But did that make sense? Can I get a yes if you're with me? Did that make sense? Give me a yes. All right. You'll have questions. You're going to start playing with it today, and we're going to answer your questions tonight, tomorrow, tons of time. Lots of yeses coming in. All right. Now, check this bad boy out. Okay. We have built an application called Clone IQ. And this is what I'll be talking to you about tomorrow at 3 p.m. And what we've done is tried to automate all of this process so it becomes super easy for you and very led. Just one step at a time, all is done. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to demo a little bit of it, but then it's like a cooking show. It'll take me like 10, 15 minutes to actually build my clone, even though I like pre-wrote the question answers out and they're waiting. But like a cooking show, what I did is I have like 2 accounts. I already built my brain clone, so like I can switch over to that and show you what it would look like. But here, what's your name? ANIK Singal. Fine, handle ANIK1. What do you do? Coaching, course creator, content creator. Who do you serve? Entrepreneurs. Continue. What's your focus? AI cloning. Interests. All right. So this would be like the quick onboarding. And now we're in. So here's what I'm going to do. Ready? I'll show you all of this tomorrow. There's some freaking cool things in here. But I'm going to go straight to brain clone. It says, ready when you are. Start the interview. So let's check this out, okay? I am at 0% right now. I have a bunch of questions to answer. If I'd like, I can go ahead and upload a bunch of documents. I can give it URLs to blog posts. I can record audio to put in directly. I can upload PDFs, doc files, audios, videos, text files, MD files. I can do all of this stuff in one place to make it very easy. But I can also just go back and I can start the interview. Okay? By the way, how many of you guys, give me a wow right now if this seems cool. I see someone else, I want Clone IQ. Give me a wow right now if you haven't seen anything yet. If you think you want this now, wait till I actually present it to you tomorrow with the goal of hopefully getting you to enroll into it. You'll freaking love it. All right, so we start interview. Here we go. Someone at a dinner asks you what you do. What do you actually say back? I can type my answer. I can voice my answer directly into the system up to 5 minutes. And hit next. Now, I already typed this out just because I didn't want to sit here and type. So I'm going to hit copy and paste. Hit next. By the way, guys, this system is still full on beta. And the team is right now in the back, like working on it. So, God, I'm crossing my fingers it doesn't embarrass me and something fails. It might, and if it does, just be patient with us. It's because we're just fixing some stuff up. But here, who do you serve? Be specific. What stage? What pain? What do they call themselves? I already had this question, so I answered it here. Hit next. Okay, next question. Teach me one thing you say to clients constantly that you wish more people knew. So I already answered this. And I hit next. Okay, so just for sake of interest, right now it's like 15% done. I didn't even upload anything. Do you guys mind if it's going to do this about 10 to 15 times. The questions start to change as we get further in because it's analyzing the content I'm giving it and starts to ask more specific questions. Can I jump ahead to the cooking show and can I pull out the dish that's been in the baking in the oven for the last 30 minutes just to kind of interest of time? So I think that's this one. Yeah, this is the one that we've set up. Man, I can't wait to show it to you guys tomorrow, like just the way it works. But we go into the brain clone here, and there you go, 95% done. So my brain clone is 95% ready to go. I can still come in here and add more knowledge base to it. I can add more things into it. Look at all the things that we uploaded into it already. I can upload more things into it, keep it updated. But let me just give you, so that's the brain clone. We can make it that simple. We can make it that easy, okay? Now, let me go back and I'll give you just one more thing. Where was I supposed to be? Right here. Okay, so here's something that Clone IQ is going to have in about 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, it's coming. We will automate the process of your clone being updated. So what does that mean? So we're going to allow you to connect your social media accounts to it. We're going to allow you to connect your blog, whatever you've got. So as you keep putting content out in the world, it'll keep sucking it in and updating your clone. But it gets even better. We will update your clone for you every day while you're sleeping. Our systems will go out for your niche, your industry, scavenger the internet for what's happening in your world. I don't care if you're a dog trainer, rose gardener, financial analyst, crypto trader, internet marketer, self-help coach. I don't care. Your industry, it'll go scavenger. What's the latest news? What's so cool? And dump it into your clone every day. So your clone's got fresh stuff to write content with. And so we will take charge of your brain. Okay. And then it'll do far more things with it, which we'll share tomorrow. So how many of you are like, that's freaking cool? Give me a love it. I love that, Kristen. Thank you. Give me a love it. All right. If that sounds exciting to you, got some OMGs, some love it, some awesomes. All right, cool. But we're working on this for you guys. Like I've been literally learning over the last 6-7 months how to make this better and easier and better and better and better. And this is just like 5% of what it does. So now, before Purvak comes up and shows you, so I'll let Purvak come up and show you how to use ChatGPT, Nano Banana, and these other tools. But check this out. Purvak's not even seen this yet. Now I clicked on the image clone. That's right. So as I promised you, always there will be the way you can do it outside using existing tech. You're welcome to do it. And then there's the way you can do it inside of Clone IQ. So there is what we call an instant clone and a professional clone. Okay? I want to explain the difference to you. Instant clone is really powerful. I'll show you. But it uses Nano Banana or ChatGPT Image 2. Okay? And it's really good. It just tends to be more credit heavy because it's more expensive. But if you really are serious about creating a pro clone, you have to use a technology called Flux LoRa. Now, setting up Flux LoRa is a pain in the ass. I couldn't do it. Or I had to hire a developer to come set it up for us like a year ago when I tried it. But it's very inexpensive as you grow to use it for lots and lots and lots of content. So Stephanie just said, yes, it is. Guys, I'm not making it up. If you know Flux LoRa and it's a pain in the ass, could you please reaffirm what I just said for everybody so don't think I'm just making stuff up? Like Flux LoRa is a pain in the ass, but it's powerful. So here's what we did. We built that bad boy in here for you. So now you can create an instant clone or a pro clone, and you don't have to deal with any of the tech. So here's how it works, okay? If you want to build your pro clone, it takes about 30 minutes to an hour. So I'm not going to demo it here, but I'll do the cooking show. I'll show you it done. The pro clone, it takes about, now you have to upload multiple images. So first I consent. We're going to add here soon. You'll have to prove it's you just because we want to be safe. So I consent, start uploading. Okay, so now read the instructions. This is very relevant for creating a pro clone, okay? Upload your photos, drag and drop or click to select JPEGs, PNGs, WebPs, or HEICs. We need 12 to 15 varied photos for the best results. Okay? We need, look at this list here, please. All right, let's zoom in on it. I think I zoomed in too much, but okay. We need close-up, but you can't give it 15 close-ups. We need ones where you're looking at the camera, not looking at the camera. We need a full body shot. We need one of you smiling, one of you not smiling. We need sharp images. Now you're sitting there thinking, well, how am I supposed to know if the images are good or not? I don't know if this is up yet, but it's about to go live if it's not. When you give us 12 photos, so every time you run Flux LoRa, whether you give it good images or not, there's a cost attached to it. There's credits that get used up, right? Because it runs for 30 minutes. So here's what we're building and what we've built. When you upload your images, before we send it to Flux LoRa on your behalf, we analyze them and say, pause. We need some better quality photos. We don't have any full body shots. We need some close-ups. We need some profile shots. Oh, we see 3 photos. You have someone else in the photo with you. Please remove them. Love this. Leroy says, not live. So Leroy does not think I'm live. That's apparently very important to him. Does that make sense, guys? It's a lot, and we want you to take your brain out of it. We don't want you thinking about it. So when you use this, it'll analyze your images before any money is spent, and it'll just be like, hey, we recommend, you're not going to get a great clone with this. Like, please change these photos. So you know going into it. And so you upload the photos, takes 30 minutes, does the training for you, and now the cooking show. Let's do the pan that's been inside. So let's go look at, so I was already in here. And all of these, some of these are good, some are not. You know, you just got to kind of keep doing them. But some are not bad. So you just hit load more. These are all just done by this system. All right. But we're going to do something else that's even funner. So look, I did all of these like, I think last night, very quickly. Not all of them will look good. You pick the ones you like. And you keep going. Flux LoRa is not very expensive, so you have the option of like using it, repeating it. Now here's the cool thing. Once your clone's created, go here and type in, now, you know, just whatever. Hit generate. You don't have to upload anything. You're done. You just literally type whatever the hell you want, and it auto creates the image for you. Let me show you an example. Like, I'm really impressed with the instant clone service that we built. I almost kind of like the instant one more right now. So check, guys, look at these pictures, man. Let me zoom in on these. These are instant clones. We'll build one together right now. Okay? Just look at these. Look, I don't know if you know this, but I made it on Time Magazine. Can I get a wow in the chat if you're sitting there going, what the hell? Like, if these look good, like, this is all from our system, right? Very easily created. So let's do something fun. Let's play with my instant clone, okay? Where do you guys want to see me? Give me something fun. Give me something unique and different. Give me something. Where do you want to see me? Give me a scenario. We'll write a really, okay, I knew it. Someone was going to say space. Someone wrote NASA. All right, let's turn me into an astronaut, okay? Please, let's see, what is it? Me in astronaut outfit, costume, what is it called? Suit, preparing to board a spaceship to launch, spaceship, okay. To launch, you can see the rocket behind me. I'm smiling and holding my helmet in my hands. I don't even know, guys. I just wrote a bunch of blobbity blue. Let's just hit generate. Now, this morning, instant was not very instant. Gemini was backed up and took like 10 minutes. And I was like, well, that's not very instant feeling. We don't have control over that. it depends on what's going on behind the scenes with the different AI tools, because we use their tech. And as you guys know, all of these companies lately have been really struggling. They keep going down because, well, a lot of people are using them. So like right now, up there we go. Boom. Come on. Give me a wow. Like I just did that live in front of you guys. I couldn't have made it up. You picked the environment you wanted to see me in, and boom. Right? So now, just for fun, let's do this, okay? I want to show you guys something. I'm going totally off script. I'm sorry, Porvek. I'll let you up in a minute. ANIK in space. I'm making your job easier. All right. Yeah, I'm on a roll. So like, let's go to ChatGPT. This is like a bonus little lesson, okay? This is something. And by the way, what I'm about to show you will also be inside of Clone IQ in the next like 1 week. But here, check this out. Turn this image into a popping, sexy YouTube thumbnail with the words ANIK goes to Mars. And then what I do is I take the image, desktop, ANIK in space, put it here, okay? And ChatGPT is a little bit slow, but I just want to show you. No! What? Why does it violate? Image editing requires. Oh, it's because I'm not logged in. Well, just tell me that. Why are you telling me I'm violating your. Why am I not logged in? I'm always logged in. What's going on here? All right. Please turn this image into a YouTube thumbnail that pops a lot with big headline that reads ANIK goes to Mars. All right, let's try it again. All right. I just want you guys to see. Now, Kathy says, make you a hottie. That's Christine's world. So what I want you to see now is how versatile these images can become for you as you're doing social media. Now, this process right here of turning that image into a YouTube thumbnail will be inside of Clone IQ in the next week. It's coming up. It's something that we're gonna do. All right, so let's just come on. ChatGPT Image 2 is kind of slow, but it's really awesome. Like it's my favorite tool right now for image creation. Gemini is like Nano Banana is good too, but ChatGPT takes its time. It's a little slower, but look at that. Ta-da! Oh yeah, 2 helmets. Good catch. So Peter, I'd be able to go back to it and be like, dude, remove the helmet from my head, you idiot. Like, it gives your hands 7 fingers, but like literally all I have to do is type. But come on, I did this live in front of you without even really looking at the thing, barely typing stuff, and you gotta agree that that is pretty wicked, right? That's pretty wicked. All right, so that's the image clone side. So we can do some really cool stuff with the professional side. The like, I love this image, right? Like, look at that. I don't want to put a suit on for a photo shoot. Holy crap, just shoot me. Like I hate suits. I like that photo though. That's you can send that, Kathy, you can send this to Christine. That's my AI hottie photo right there. Okay, so I told you, right? You need 4 clones. So right now I just showed you Clone IQ, brain clone done, image clone done. And we'll show you, Porvik will come on and help you do it today using the actual tools. Before I give you the shortcut tomorrow, which is Clone IQ, I want you to know how to do it for real with the other tools, right? Because it's important. You need to know, you have to have the skills. Now this part's going to take a little bit longer, but let's do it together. Okay? Voice clone. So this is I already built a couple of clones here. So let's first go see what they're like. All right. So this was a professional clone. I trained it. I almost always like my similarity to be 1. So let's just read an audio here. Hey guys, will you be able to show audio from my laptop? Okay, so let me generate it real quick. So welcome to the Make My Clone Challenge. I'm so excited that you're here. We're going to do our best to make you famous in your niche. All right, I just typed up anything. Let's just hit generate. It's generating. There, it's done. All right, let's check it out, guys. So if you want to be able to play it to the group, give me a thumbs up when you're ready for me to hit play. All right, we're good. All right, here we go. Welcome to the Make My Clone Challenge. I'm so excited that you're here. We're going to do our best to make you famous in your niche. All right, there's a couple things to change on that, right? Here, I'll tell you right now. Like, let's do it one more time. I heard it, so it's I got to put that apostrophe. We're gonna do our very best to make you famous in your own topic of expertise. I didn't like the word niche, so let's generate it again. All right, and let's listen. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Make My Clone Challenge. I'm so excited that you're here. We're going to do our best to make you famous in your own topic of expertise. Like, come on. Someone said that sounds robotic. Really? I thought that sounded pretty damn good for something that's done in an instant live in front of you. All right, so now let me show you guys how you can actually create your clone. So you're going to see how quick this is. Now, this takes about 5 minutes because we like to be a little bit more thorough. So I'm going to click on New Voice, ANIK Demo. I'm going to click Instant. I'm going to do Create Voice. I'm going to give consent. All right, here we go. Ready? Let's watch it happen in live. So hit record. Oh, okay, here we go. There's no audience yet, no pressure, nothing to get right. It's only the two of us in a quiet room. This is the voice I use when I'm not performing for anyone. The easy, unhurried one. The one I save for people I actually know. Most people think their voice is just the sound that comes out when they talk. It isn't. Your voice is the fingerprint of how you think. It carries your timing, your warmth, the little pauses you take before the important word. And here's what almost nobody tells you. You can capture that. You can save it, shape it, and use it to create content that sounds exactly like you whenever you need it. So settle in. This is going to be fun. Here's something most people don't realize. The voice you hear inside your own head isn't the voice everyone else hears. The version that travels out, the one that fills the room and lands in someone's ear, that is the real one. And it's probably warmer, steadier, and more interesting than you give it credit for. Okay, so now it's going to give me 3 of these, okay? And I'm actually going to do them out because I want to share something with you. Number 1, I'm creating this live in front of you right now. Number 2, I don't have a mic on. I know Purvik is sitting there right now cringing because he's like, "No, you got to do it with a mic." But I'm doing this as raw as possible. And you do not need to have Clone IQ to do this. All right? You can do this directly on 11 Labs. So I'm always going to be very upfront with you. We built it in here and I like it here, but this is the same process. You'll see, because Purvik's going to use 11 Labs. So, is it okay with you guys if we take 3 more minutes for me to finish? I have to do 3 of these audios, and then you can actually see how it sounds. So, yes, if I do 3 more minutes of this, and then we're bringing Purvik on. 3 more minutes. All right. So let's hit record. Anything worth doing well has a simple core hiding under a pile of complications. Your only job is to find that core and say it plainly. Strip away the jargon, cut the hedging, get to the one sentence that, if the person remembered nothing else, would still be worth the whole conversation. That's teaching. Everything else is decoration. Here's a method you can use for almost anything. First, get specific about the outcome you actually want, not a vague wish, a concrete picture you recognize if you saw it. Second, find the smallest next action that moves you towards it. And third, remove the one thing that's in the way. That's it. Outcome, next action, remove an obstacle. Do that on a loop, and you'll be amazed how far ordinary consistency can carry you. The truth is, talent is wildly overrated, and patience is wildly underrated. You earn it one ordinary day at a time, mostly when no one is watching and no one is clapping. So you can tell they're all about 1 minute, and these words are chosen specifically because when you're saying these words, it's getting as much as possible. Oh, someone said looks like a mic. This mic is not being used on this computer, by the way. Good catch. This is for you to hear me, but I'm using my Mac mic to do these recording, so I'm not feeding from here into here. All right, one last one, and then we'll hit process and see what comes of it. So, okay, here we go. A few years ago, I almost quit. I won't dress it up. It was a gray Tuesday in November. The rain wouldn't stop, and I sat in my car in the parking lot for 45 minutes because I couldn't make myself go inside. Everything I tried and had failed, not dramatically, just quietly, the way most things fail, by not working and not working and not working. And I remember thinking very calmly, maybe this just isn't for me. That was the lowest point. And looking back now, it was also strangely the beginning of everything that came after. A friend called me that night. She had asked me one question: what would you do tomorrow if you knew you couldn't fail? The answer surprised me. It was small. And the next morning, I did exactly that one small thing. Then I did it again the day after. And somewhere in all those forgettable mornings, the whole story quietly changed direction. Okay, I want you to notice a couple of things. First and foremost, guys, I am um, reading random things that are generated by the system. What I should have done before doing the audio is I should have recorded it, right? I should have read it before recording it, so I would know what's coming up. Um, Now, I see some chatter going on that people are saying, hey, I'm confused. So hold tight. I'm going to get to you in just a second. Um, Let me just let this thing process. Create my voice. Okay. Cool. There it is. Okay, listen. This is a matter of I'm just going through this real quick. Porvik is about to come on and he's going to take you through it step by step and give you the exact steps to do this on your own today, tonight. So do not be confused. Do not be overwhelmed. Remember, the first time you got in a car to drive, you looked around and like, what the hell am I supposed to do? And the instructor was like, change the mirror, do this, adjust your seat, check your side mirror. And you're like, oh my God, I'll never remember all of this. It takes repetition. You did it twice, 3 times, 4 times, fifth time, and then it made sense. And now you can do it, like it's motor skills. You get in and you just do it all. So there's never going to be anything worth learning in business or in life that the very first time you see it, you're going to instantly be like, oh, that was easy. I get it. And I feel like a lot of people that come to these trainings, they have this false, expectation that they should come on the first time they're learning anything brand new that could be instrumental for their business. And at the first sight of even the smallest challenge, the slightest obstacle, they say, oh, I don't get it. I don't like ANIK. The training sucks. Everything sucks. I'm lost. This isn't for me. And it's like, nah, man. If that's the attitude you're going to come at this with, you won't do anything in life. You will achieve absolutely nothing in business. So what I want you to do is take it in, watch it, pick up the nuggets you can. You're going to see it again. Porvuk's going to do it again. It's going to make even more sense when Porvuk does it because he's going to do it one tiny step at a time. And then you're going to do it tonight. And I told you it's going to suck and you're going to have problems and challenges. That's why we're here. Come to the Facebook group. Say I'm stuck. I don't understand how to do this. I don't understand how to do that. People will jump in. They'll tell you, help you. Then again tomorrow morning, we'll be live for an hour and a half before I start talking about how to go viral, answering your questions, helping you with the clone. All right? But you gotta TTP. You gotta trust the process. You gotta take a deep breath and let it sink in. And don't expect yourself to master it and understand it the first second you heard it. All right? So TTP, guys. Can I get a TTP in the chat? You just take a deep breath. I got you. I promise you. We've trained tens of thousands of people to create their clones. This is my fourth time doing this. Anything you're confused on, any challenge you're facing, we know about it. All right? We already know, and it's coming, and we'll get you through it. I just want to show you something cool so you can see, like, oh, wow, look. Once your clone's done, it's pretty easy to work with. All right. So this is my instant clone. Welcome to the Make My Clone challenge. Take a deep breath and know that we are here to support you every step of the way. All right, so let's get. So remember, this is different. The one that we demoed first was a pro clone. This is an instant clone. It won't be as quality, but I think you'll still be blown away because we created it in like 3 minutes in front of you. All right, here we go, guys. If you can turn on. And so starting in three, two, welcome to the Make My Clone Challenge. Take a deep breath and know that we are here to support you every step of the way. I mean, that's kind of was almost better than the Pro clone, if you ask me. But I did that with no mic, laptop, laptop mic, and did it live in front of your eyes. Tell me you can't do that today, right? Don't overcomplicate it. We'll get it to be really good later. I just want something right now. Okay, I just want something right now. So now, can I get a loud yes in the chat if you are with me? You are pumped, believing in this even more now. You see it can be done because I'm about to bring on the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only. And I'll tell you a little story about him and why he's and how he's dressed for a purpose. So lots of yeses coming in. Okay, now let me introduce you to not yet. I'll show you in a second. He's aching to come on. He's like, let me on, put me in, coach. So Porvak and I go way back. Porvak and I met 11 years ago, and he actually was the guy who did the video. And Kathy says we need a bio break. Go, Kathy, run, 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 run. Go right now. You got about 2 minutes. All right, while I'm introducing Porvak, and you can watch his introduction later. Um, so, guys, you can take time to go right now if you want, take a bathroom break. But we try not to break the flow of the event and give lots of breaks. I'm telling you what happens. The minute you leave that door to go into the bathroom, your kids, your husband, your wife, someone can, hey, come here real quick. You're someone from your team, and then off you go. Shiny object syndrome. You see something and off you go over there, right? So feel free at any point throughout this event to quickly run and run back. Trust me, again, I've done so many of these events. Scheduled breaks completely ruin the experience for people. All right. Lunch, like order something, or go pop something in and grab it and come down. Like we repeat the stuff so much, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. Okay. Or log in via your phone. All right, so Porvak and I met 11 years ago. Him and his family, they had a business. They filmed and did all the photography for my wedding. And then years later, about 5 years later, he actually joined our team full time at Ugentic AI. Back then it was Learn. And Porvak is he is just a legend with the camera. And he is my problem solver. So anytime I have a big problem in the company or something I want to achieve, something really big I want to achieve, I always call Porvak first. And he'll go into his lab and he'll sit there until God knows what hours of the night and he'll figure stuff out. That's why when I wanted to do my clone, but I tried and it sucked, I was like, God, why are these other people having amazing clones and mine isn't? Porvak, let's figure it out. And he did. And since then, he has pioneered and he is painstakingly tested every step of the process. And what you're about to see will be a very simple, it's going to sound so simple, right? But he's worked tirelessly for months, 18 months now, to get it down to that process, okay? And he's epic. He's awesome. The first time that I introduced him in December of last year to the group, the other thing is that Purvik has an entire team. Multi-country. We have an entire R&D team in India, and we have an R&D team in the US. And when I say we have an R&D team, I want you to understand, I'm not just BSing you. We have about 20 people now. 20 people on our R&D team between testing cameras, equipment, different new sites and systems that come out, helping build our own, and also on the virality side, constantly testing new formulas, new prompts, and new ways to create content that's very viral. And they all work under Porvak, who's our head of R&D. So the first time I was telling the team or telling our attendees this back in December, they said they started calling our R&D team the white coats. The white coats, they would say. And so with that said, every time Porvak ever comes in front of our audience now, guess what he's wearing? So everyone, help me welcome to the stage two people You'll see Sarah in a moment, but Sarah Baker is also going to come on, and she is our community director. You're going to get to know her real quick. She's awesome. She loves AI, uses AI, is brilliant. And so she's going to be our model, our stand-in model. She's also going to do a bunch of training later today in the VIP room and on Thursday. So you're going to get a chance to meet and hang out with these people a lot through the next few days. But can we all go to the chat right now and type in Purvak, Purvak, Purvak. Blow up the chat. Purvak, come on. I'm not letting him on until I see the excitement. Or type in white coat. Here we go, everybody. All right, help me welcome to the stage, Purvak Patel. Purvak, come on in, my friend.
Thanks, man. Thanks for an amazing introduction. This is amazing. I've been kind of seeing all the chats from the background. Like I was backstage, and uh, again, you have surprised me with the clone.
The Clone
the
IQ system,
clone IQ
right?
system. So
Yeah.
it's amazing what it's able to do because previously, we had to go to multiple different sources. And again, I'm gonna walk over those couple of steps today. But like, you literally have built a system in one place, which
Just does it all.
this is
Yeah.
this is amazing. I wish we had this 3 years ago.
Oh,
That's
God,
all
I
I can
wish.
say.
I know. Absolutely.
So thank you for amazing
All right,
presentation
man.
and opportunity to for these people to learn this
Yeah.
one more time.
Take it away, Mr.
All right,
Whitecoat. Get them making their own clone.
great. How's
Okay.
how's everybody doing today? All right. So again, I'm gonna get my laptop set up. I have presentation as well as the full training to show it to you guys. Right, it is going to be a longer training, so bear with me. If you guys have any questions, hold on to them. The only reason because I have so much to cover, and it will be very hard for me to go between different questions, and it's just gonna make it a little bit harder. So I have a lot of different steps to show you, and we're gonna have Sarah with us. She's gonna be our model. She's gonna be helping us, on the camera. So I will be capturing her photos, videos. Now, before I get started, let me tell you guys something about myself in terms of how I adopted AI in terms of doing the image, video, and audio clone, right? I've been in the photography business. I had my wedding photography business, which I did for almost 22 years, right? So I had all that baggage of doing things traditionally. Like, so if Anik were to ask me to do a one image ad, guess what I would do? I would hit Photoshop. It's like, hey, let's start creating an image there from a scratch, right? It'll take us hours and hours to do that. That thumbnail that he just showed us, right? Like that back in the day, it would have taken me at least an hour to come up with idea and the execution. Now, again, I have an experience of 22 years using Photoshop, Illustrator, and all these fancy tools for generating, image ads, video ads, and all that, right? So look at where we have come so far. Like with AI technology, and again, I was one of the first adopters of the HeyGen and 11 Labs in terms of they were very minimum back in the days. There weren't many things you could do with the tool. So I have seen the journey, and again to see what Onyx has produced with the software as well as what's available in the market right now, it's amazing, right? So before I get started, I want to gauge the room a little bit, right? So I know there's plenty of you out there. I think we have thousands of people here. So I just want to gauge the room. Can you tell me, give me one, if you guys have never, ever created your clone before? So just give me one. I just want to gauge the room. So my training will be based on the kind of feedback that I get from the chat. So we have so many people that they've never created their clone, right? So guys, you guys are in for a treat because I'm going to literally walk you over step by step from start to finish, right? So you'll be able to not learn, like you'll be able to learn the image clone, the video clone, the audio clone, and from there, using all those three, you can combine it together and literally produce whatever you want. You can do longer YouTube videos, you can do short Facebook ads, you can even like do courses and content if you choose to do that, right? So again, let me go ahead and get my laptop connected. But before I do that, let's hear from those. So give me two if you have tried doing your clone, but you think, yeah, it's an average clone, like we're not getting there. I just want to read the room and gauge, like, hey, where are you guys in your journey so far, right? So I'm getting few twos here. They're piling up again, so that's great. We have plenty of people who have tried it, but they're still trying to learn more and gain more knowledge. Can I get three if you think you have successfully done your clone and you're happy with it? So if I can get three for those who have successfully done their clone. So I do see few people. So for those who are actually wrote three, for you guys, still watch my training. It will be amazing as to what you'll learn and the things and new techniques that I've developed. For tomorrow, there is something new that I'm going to show to you guys. So for those who said three, definitely look at my training tomorrow because I have something new that I'm about to teach you, right? So, but we're going to leave that for tomorrow. Okay, so let's just welcome Sarah right now because, she's the person I'm going to start doing the clone with. So, Sarah, are you around? Right, and the real reason why I need you so much, well, guys, come on, she's here. So let's just give you a bit shout out, Sarah in the chat, and make sure that we give her all the love we can because she'll be here with us for next 3 days and helping us out with the whole process of doing the image and the video clone. Right, so we're seeing lots of messages. Sarah, great, awesome. All right, so Sarah, if you just don't mind telling them what you do, and while you do that, I'm actually gonna go ahead and set up my laptop so we are all good to go for the next part.
Sure.
All right.
Hello, I see lots of messages in the chat. I'm Sarah Baker. I'm the Director of AI Training and Community Programs here at Ugentic. And like Pervok said, I am also a massive AI nerd and an early adopter of AI as well. And yeah, so while you're getting connected, I will tell you a little bit about my background. I have been using AI for, man, I was a top 1% early adopter of ChatGPT, which, makes me probably having been using it, I don't know, a couple of years, which in AI is like a decade or longer, right? Because AI moves very, very fast, which is both exciting and also overwhelming, right? When it feels like just when you start to learn something, it all changes. But here I run a lot of the trainings and the all the things you're learning here. A lot of that is what I do and work on behind the scenes and do a lot of the community trainings and I see a lot of familiar names in the chat. A lot of you probably have seen my face. I see people who are saying they were also early ChatGPT adopters or even beta users, which is really, really exciting.
All right. Well, that's great. How long you been using AI for now?
Probably 4 or 5 years at this point. Really, I was one of the very first early ChatGPT users, right around when it was very first launched.
Awesome.
What 2020, November 2022, I think
Yep,
is what.
yep. That's right around when I started using
Yeah.
HeyGen, and 11 Labs didn't exist back in the days. I mean, they were just coming out with it, so technology was very limited. So yeah, that's good to know that you've been in.
My approach to AI tools is as soon as something comes out, I start it. In fact, like with Sora, which RIP to Sora, I had an invite to it, I think, in the first 48 hours. And I was one of those people who was like dealing Sora codes. So that's pretty much my approach. When something comes out, I'm in there in the first 24 to 48 hours playing with it.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, without wasting time, let's just go ahead and
Let's do
get
it.
started in the training. So, guys, if you guys can just show my slide full screen, that'll be amazing. And I want to walk over a couple of things before I actually show you the exact demo. So, again, I've done this workflow in such a way where we're gonna do this in three different parts. One of them being the image clone. So, when I say image cloning, at the end of the day today, just like how ANIK was showing you this, his image with the astronaut, we're gonna do this, but we're gonna do this a little bit differently, right? So we're gonna use Gemini, and we're gonna use a couple of prompts that my team has put together, and we're gonna give you those prompts, right? So right after my demo or right after my training today, you guys will be able to go and access that document, or on a website. You'll be able to copy paste those prompts and be able to successfully generate your clone, right? So that's the first part, which is the image cloning. Then second one, I'm gonna show you exactly how to do your voice cloning. Now there are various types of voice cloning, which I will cover it later. But again, in terms of the steps, we're gonna start with the images. We're gonna go into the video, and I'm gonna show you the full demo of how the voice clone is done, right? And then the last but not the least, it's gonna be the video cloning. Video cloning is something where it just takes. There's just so many ways of doing it. There's not like one way. In past 3 years, I've done video cloning multiple different ways. Like I've used cameras that are super expensive. I've even gone to the cameras that are like a movie style cameras. Like later on, I'll show you one of the cameras that I just filmed with ANIK last week, and I'm still waiting for the results as to how the clone is gonna come out. But that is something I'm really excited about. So every day I'm like testing literally so many different things and various ways to do it, right? The demo that I'm about to give you today, it's gonna be simple. You're gonna be able to do it on your own without having too many equipments around you. because again, sometimes I work with a lot of equipments, and I don't want to overwhelm you guys, right? So I'm going to keep the training very simple and very straightforward, right? So let's jump into the image clone, right? So now, have some of you said that you guys have never done an image clone. If you can just write in the chat and let me know, like when you guys hear the image clone, how would you use it? I just want to kind of gauge the room. Like, hey, would you want to use it for Facebook ads, or would you want to use it for just just fun playing with it? The only reason I'm asking this question because kind of want to gauge the room, and then based on that, I can give you a couple of tricks and techniques, right? So there you go. People are saying, hey, Instagram marketing, Facebook ads. So, guys, I mean, like, the training that I'm about to do, you're gonna be able to literally do this right away in terms of like, getting your image clone up and running. So, first thing first, uh, what do you need to do an image clone? So, in order for you to do an image clone, you need an image, right? So, you can either use an image that you have already photographed. So, if someone has photographed your image, you can use that. If not, I'm gonna literally demo you exactly how I'm gonna photograph Sarah's image today, right? So, she is ready, and we're gonna literally just dive deep into it. So, you need that. On top of that, you need Gemini. Even you can use a free account. I think the account that I'm using today, it's also a free one, so it's not like I'm using any fancier version of Gemini. They have changed how the Gemini works. They have changed it in past couple of months. So first they were like, oh, we're going to use the Nano Banana integration into it, and you were able to select a lot of things. Now they've just simplified it so much that you literally, like, you can take your image in there, and with the prompt library that I'm going to give it to you, you're going to be able to generate your image clone without any issues. And how many of you guys want to see once the image clone is generated? And I was asking Sarah yesterday, like, hey, is there a time when you need to see yourself in a different outfit? I can actually show you that too. We can literally go ahead and change her outfit in the same environment that we have, her picture. So, are you guys excited? Are you guys ready to see the image clone?
Because I'll be honest with you guys, I don't normally look like this. I normally work from home and have 3 kids, and I spend most of my days in leggings and a sweatshirt. So it's very nice to have one picture of me like this and be able to change my outfits digitally and stay in my leggings and sweatshirt from home. So if you are also a big fan of the lazy look, but you want to look professional, this is such a nice pro tip to be able to just digitally change your outfit.
And team, if you guys can just do a split screen between my slide and the visuals so that people
I
can
see
also
there are
see
others who also
people
like
wants to
this.
see how Sarah looks like.
Yes, this is
Yeah,
my
yeah.
professional outfit, but I don't normally look like this.
All right. So, guys, the tools that we're going to need for today, and I'm going to demo it, is going to be Gemini and ChatGPT. Mostly, I'll focus on Gemini, but you can do the same. You can literally do the same thing on ChatGPT. So, those who said, hey, I don't have a Gemini account, literally, you're going to follow the same methods. And you know what? I'll even generate one for you on ChatGPT as well. So,
I'm a
we
big
can.
fan of ChatGPT.
And there you go. And people have preference, right? Lo, she has a preference of ChatGPT. I,
Yep.
I like to use Gemini. Even there's another tool that I like to use, but I don't want to talk about it because let's not overcomplicate things, right? So moving into next, how do you capture the right source image, right? So again, the reason you're seeing very image on the screen right now, because yesterday I told Sarah, let me take a couple of your images. The reason I did that so I can use it for my slides or any other content that I'm pre-creating, just like ANIK said, the cooking show, right? Once the video is done, we don't want to wait here for 10 minutes for Hagen to render it. So I can literally show you everything that in steps, but when the time comes around when we have to actually stop for the rendering part, I already have created her content in the same outfit, and matter of fact on the same set, on the same background, so you'll be able to see the results right away. So just want to get that out of the way. So guys, you want to make sure that the face is clearly visible. You want to make sure the lighting is even. The very room we are in right now, we got about 3 lights in here. So we have a plenty of light that's coming to her face. If I can just have somebody zoom this camera onto Sarah's face, there's a couple of things I would like to walk over. Chris, it's okay for you to walk in front of it, no problem. Just go ahead and make sure that we're taking this and putting directly onto her face. So let's just show a little bit of a close up, right? And I just want to tell the audience a couple of things. Sometimes, guys, when we use images, all right, I'm just waiting until we go for full screen, okay? So give me 1 second. All right, and then let's just make sure the focus check is completed. All right, good. All right, Okay, so right now, guys, we have 3 images. It's super bright. Chris, if you can just bring the ISO down. And guys, this is something you don't have to do it. I'm just showing you for a demonstration purpose, right? So notice how evenly lit she is, right? Now, the reason I said you need an image like this where the face is evenly lit, because the more information you give it to AI, the more it can represent your clone in various environments, right? Let's just play this out. Imagine, I'm just gonna go ahead and turn off this light. So here, I just turn off this light right here. Did you guys see what just happened? She's literally like, this is a dramatic lighting. Now, again, AI is not gonna mind this. Like, hey, I have a nice dramatic shadows. This looks nice, but we're not here to create like dramatic movies here, right? So if that was the case, I would have used this clone. But for you guys, I want to keep it simple. So whether you photograph your images or your videos or anything for that matter, just make sure that the lighting that's happening onto Sarah's face has to be pretty even, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this light on. So there you go. This is all I'm looking for. Now, how you can achieve this, whether let's say you have an opportunity to be in front of a couple of lights and you're getting this, well, that's great. What if you don't have an opportunity to be in front of multiple lights in the studio setup? Well, guess what? You can literally go outside, outdoor. And here's what I suggest in terms of the lighting technique, right? Always go ahead and look at your palm. So, Chris, can you put the camera on me? And I just want to show them a real
You want
quick
to step
technique.
here?
Yep.
Yeah.
So guys, I use a palm technique. Where I do is I go outside and I literally rotate my hand around. And as I do, I just see how light is falling on my palm. And if my palm is getting any darker or having any harsh shadows on it, well, that's an indicator that that's not going to be a good light. So I always and again, when you go outside tomorrow or today, whenever you have a chance, just go outside, take your palm, and just literally like rotate 360 degrees and see how light is shaping on your hand. And the moment you like that lighting, that's the position you want to be in to take the photos. Now, you can either do selfie photos or you can have your family take a photos for you. You don't need any professional camera to do these photos. Like today, we're just gonna use simple iPhone, so we're just gonna use that to show. And then again, I'm gonna do that right in front of you. So, is everybody following the steps? Right? Do people understand what I just talked about? Making sure we have the image dialed down. Now, anytime you're taking these images, you want to be mindful of these things, right? Now, the second thing is so the face is clearly visible, the even lighting, and the clean background. Now, when I say clean background, it's okay if you have a cluttered background, but like, don't film this in front of a giant LED wall like we have one right now. I'm gonna do it because I know what I'm doing, but sometimes like you'll capture something that you're not supposed to, and then it'll just make your clone bad. So right, so find a simple white background or a darker background. It's fine as long as the subject is very well lit, just like what I'm right now. Okay, so again, creating a better photos. So make sure that you're taking multiple photos. We're gonna do the same thing when we're gonna go into the image photo, taking the photos for Sarah. We're gonna take multiple shots, and then you wanna select the best one. Guys, here's a pro tip that I'm gonna give it to all of you, okay? And hear me out. When I did this challenge the first time in December, uh, we had so many people who generated their clones using image to video way, and few people did not like how their teeth came out. And I'm gonna address this why. There is a reason why your clone sometimes doesn't look like what you are, because there are fake teeth being planted when the AI is talking. So especially when we're gonna do video to video or image to video, I'm gonna show you that. In the image to video, imagine you did a photo and your lips are closed. So if it's not open, how does AI know how your teeth looks like? That's why if you look at these images, and if you can just bring my screen so that people can see it. Guys, look at all these 3 photos that I took yesterday. I told Sarah, like, can you just make sure you're showing your teeth? Because I want AI to make sure that you have that
Yeah.
so that it can learn from it and it can give you better results. So that's the one thing you would want to make sure. I know you're laughing, but
No, I mean it's a really common issue. People, I say that my favorite pro tip is once you have a handful of images of yourself that you really like, save them on the desktop of your computer and save them in a folder of your phone, because if those are the images that you're using that are generating really great pictures of you, AI pictures of you, use them again and again and again. It doesn't matter what you're wearing or
right.
what your hair looks like. You can change all those things, but especially if your teeth look good in them and
Yeah.
you're getting good AI teeth, then those are the source images you want to use.
Exactly. All right, moving on to the next part, right? So, and then you would also want to, my team had just put this together saying, hey, let's do a compare variations, right? So there are a few shots there without not showing curtains. So let's say you did take some photos or somebody else took photos for you and they took a couple of them without the teeth showing. And then there was one that you see says like the best choice. So if you look at the first photo, like that's the one I would have used, right? And you guys can confirm this, right? Like out of all these 3 photos that I took yesterday, which one do you think is looking great? The first one where she is smiling, she's happy, showing her teeth, and it's basically follow well within my guidelines as how I want them to be. So Mike said reacted to the AI teeth. Who knew? I mean, there you go, right? So, and like I said, guys, I'm also learning. So like I've been doing this for the longest time. When it came to image to video, I had to spend a lot of time kind of learning what are the details that AI requires in order to perform better. So this was just one of the pro tip I wanted to give it to you guys. So, like from the get go, you can literally avoid your clone looking too bad. So, just make sure you're smiling, your teeth is there. And there you go. I actually had a one time guy told me like, oh, I don't even have these kind of teeth. I said, this looks like fake AI teeth. I said, yeah, you were not smiling in your camera. AI doesn't know. When you uploaded your training for your images, it never knew what your teeth look like. So just something to focus on. All right, moving on to the next part. So we're gonna now do the demo. So can we just turn the white camera